my beloved, and listen. I am speaking to you now. This moment is not an accident. Your answer is already moving toward you. If you look away, you may miss it. Stay with me until the final word. What I reveal at the end will unlock what has been stuck. Your next step depends on what you hear next. The sign you begged for is hidden in this message. Do not let fear steal it from you. Breathe in and keep your heart open. I am closer than your doubt. I am ready to shift what you thought could never change. Hold on. Before this video ends, you will know why I brought you here today. Sometimes you've wondered if I see you, if my gaze can pierce your defenses to find both the pain and the potential within you. You've hidden behind routines and whispers of faith, but I am calling you to step out from what has dulled your heart. I'm not far off. Your doubts, desires, and the quiet fears you hold in the small hours are not hidden from me. I know every page of your story completely. The triumphs and disappointments, the barely spoken dreams, and the regrets that have become familiar. I have chosen to meet with you in this sacred space, not because of your perfection or your flaws, but because I deeply long to walk with you, just as I did in the first garden. I am the God who lingers when others hurry past. Let's linger together now. As you open yourself to these words, you invite me into the very rooms of your inner life, the places you polish for others and those you want to lock away. I've come not to condemn, but to restore and revive. My presence isn't a judge's glare, it's a parent's embrace. As your heart softens, listen for my gentle whisper. You may sense the warmth of peace settling over you like morning light, unexpected but certain. Let my words settle on you. They are not a burden, but a balm. I know you wrestle with questions that have no easy answers, and I am not impatient with you. I am the source of all wisdom, and I will walk beside you through every uncertainty. In seasons where shadows lengthen, you may have doubted that I am truly for you. Bitterness may have gripped your thoughts, tainting hope. You've watched others move ahead in their journeys while you wondered if you were left behind, unseen. But hear me, not a single step you've taken has escaped my notice. Every tear you've shed, every sigh too heavy for words, I have carried close to my own heart. Remember how seeds buried in the dark seem forgotten, yet with time and my careful tending, they burst forth with life and beauty. You too hold within you the promise of new growth. Let patience and expectation become your allies, for I am the gardener who never abandons the soil I love. No shame has disqualified you from my love. The voices that accuse you are not mine. They may recall your failures or every stumbling moment, but my voice is different. I gather your brokenness, your missteps, and your secret fears, and call you beloved. Let that title get past your defenses, because it is true. You cannot buy my affection or earn it through relentless striving. My love is relentless because it comes from who I am, not who you have yet to become. As you read these words, let my compassion wrap around your regret like a gentle robe. Breathe deeply, because you don't have to hide your wounds. It is my joy to bind them up with healing oil. I desire more for you than mere survival. You were not made to live in quiet resignation or to shrink beneath the weight of worry. I am unfolding a life rich with meaning and joy before you. My plans are not hasty sketches, but masterful designs drawn with intention and infinite care. Even what has felt wasted can be redeemed. I see the places where you've settled for less, believing that dreams are for others or that joy is too fragile for you to claim. Let me lead you beyond the boundaries you've erected. I am persistent, patient, and ever gentle, coaxing you out from hiding so you can discover the fullness I have prepared. Although the path ahead may look uncertain, You are not walking it alone. My commitment to you is unwavering. I am your faithful companion, present in laughter and loneliness, in victories and in valleys. Don't fear your weakness, because it is the canvas where my strength is displayed most gloriously. I will carry you, uplift you, and shape your journey so that every twist and turn, every detour and disappointment becomes part of a tapestry radiant with hope. Release the burden of self-sufficiency. You were created for connection, not only with others, but most deeply with me. As you let my words settle, allow me to draw near even now. Let my love dismantle the lie that you are too much or not enough. You are exactly as I intended. And though you are still becoming, you are already a delight to me. Every moment of tenderness you have shown, each silent prayer you've whispered, I have received with joy. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. What you have dismissed as small, I cherish as precious. Don't measure yourself by the world's standards. In my eyes, you are priceless and irreplaceable. Open your heart wide. There is joy ahead. But first, linger in the assurance that nothing can separate you from my affection. Not weakness, not wandering, not the noise of the past. You are my beloved, and I will never stop seeking your good. Walk with me and let every step be a dance of trust. There is wonder waiting, uniquely shaped for you. Take my hand. This journey is ours together, just as I've always intended. As you linger here, let stillness settle in your heart, so I can begin to reveal what I have prepared for you. Don't rush through these words, because I am present within them, filled with intention, warmth, and a desire to see you walk in freedom. Every moment you spend with me strengthens the bridge between your deepest questions and my unwavering guidance. I see beneath the surface of your daily life, where longings and fears mingle, where old wounds sometimes whisper that hope has passed you by. Yet I assure you, hope never leaves when you welcome my presence. You are not alone on this path. I call you to pause and listen, not with anxious striving, but with the anticipation of a beloved child awaiting their parents' embrace. Sometimes you may feel as if you are walking through a fog, unsure if I hear your prayers or notice your struggles. In these times, the temptation grows to turn inward, to hold your burdens tight, and search for solutions apart from me. Yet I am not distant or distracted. I walk beside you at every step. I know the weight hidden behind your smiles and responsibilities, and I am not deterred by your doubts. Let me have your cares, for it delights me to lift them from your weary hands and to remind you that nothing about you is overlooked. My care for you is not a general compassion spread thin over the masses. It is an attentive love that notes every detail of your personality, your memories, and your unspoken hopes. When your heart struggles to trust, remember that my faithfulness is not conditional on your strength or performance. My love flows steadily, just as a gentle river carves new paths in a landscape, gradually transforming what seemed unmovable. In the same way, I invite you to give me those areas of your life that feel stubborn or resistant. You are not defined by your failures, nor are you disqualified by your weakness. Instead, in your moments of greatest need, my power and affection can reach you most profoundly. If you feel exposed, know that I clothe you with mercy and cover you with grace. If you feel overlooked, know that I have chosen you, called you by name, and written your story with care. Hear me now. Your past disappointments do not have the final word. Where you see only brokenness, I see the potential for new beginnings. Even shattered dreams and dashed hopes can be gathered into my hands and made into something beautiful. I do not despise your honesty. I welcome your candor, your questions, your frustrations. Bring them to me. I am not afraid of your pain or your confusion. You don't have to hide any part of yourself from me. When others have misunderstood or dismissed you, I have listened through every tear and every sigh. You are precious to me. There is a quiet miracle unfolding as you choose to trust me in the unseen places. Each small act of surrender, each honest prayer becomes like a seed planted in fertile soil. Maybe you cannot see the growth yet. Perhaps it feels that nothing is changing. But do not measure my work by what your natural eyes perceive. I am at work within you, aligning circumstances, softening hearts, and opening doors at exactly the right time. As you yield control and allow me to guide your steps, you will discover resources and strengths you never knew you possessed. What feels uncertain today will become clear in the light of my timing. Don't be discouraged when answers seem delayed or when you feel stretched beyond comfort. I use these seasons not to punish you, but to draw you deeper into trust. Waiting with me is not empty or wasted. It is an invitation to learn my rhythms, to attune your spirit to my gentle prompts. I use the waiting to soften your heart, to prepare you for the fullness of the blessing I have stored up for you. I am shaping you for more than you can presently see, and every delay contains hidden gifts that in time you will recognize as essential to your growth. Let your soul find rest in me. You are not responsible for holding everything together. Where you have been pressed to the point of exhaustion, come and lay your burdens down. Receive my rest, rest that is deeper than a fleeting relief from stress, rest that reaches into the roots of your being and brings peace where there once was striving. In my presence, anxiety loosens its grip and clarity begins to shine through the fog. I want to be the steady presence you look to when life swirls and answers are slow to come. Lift your eyes above the waves of challenge and disappointment. I am not found in the chaos, but in the quiet assurance that no matter what happens, you are held securely in my hands. I have carried you through storms you thought would overwhelm you, and I will not stop now. Trust that my commitment to you is unshakable, a foundation that will endure winds and waves of every season. I have begun something good in you, and I will bring it to completion. As you walk forward, let gratitude soften even the hardest days. Begin to notice the small demonstrations of my care, the unexpected kindness, the timely encouragement, the peace that arrives just when fear threatens to return. These are not coincidences. They are love notes from me, reminders that I delight in surprising you and meeting your needs with attention to detail. When you feel unworthy of such goodness, remember that my love is not earned. It is given freely because you are my beloved. Draw near and let me transform the way you see yourself and your story. Where shame and regret have tried to silence your hope, let my voice be louder. I declare you forgiven, cherished, and capable of overcoming with my help. Don't define yourself by the opinions of others or the judgments of your past. See yourself through my eyes, chosen, valuable, created for purpose. Your life matters more than you realize, and the ripples of your faith will reach farther than you can imagine. Continue to open your heart, for I have much more to reveal. With every step toward me, you will find greater courage, deeper joy, and an unshakable peace that cannot be taken from you. Let my words become the melody your heart sings, even when circumstances don't change immediately. Hold on to me. I will never let you go. I watch as you move through your days, often carrying burdens that were never meant for your shoulders alone. I see the way pain sometimes lingers at the edges of your hope, how past mistakes or regrets whisper that your story is fixed or your path too broken to bear fruit. But let me show you a different way to see those cracks and worn places. They are not proof of failure. but the places where light enters, where I can be most tender in my work with you. You don't have to hide these parts from me. I am not distant or repelled by your wounds. I am drawn closer by your honesty, just as a healer comes quickly to the broken. Bring your truth before me without dressing it in shame or pride, and watch how I reshape even what you thought was unusable into new growth. My love is not a distant proclamation. It is the air around you, the quiet strength you draw from when you don't know where to find more courage. Consider the seeds that rest hidden below the ground, unseen and thought forgotten by those who pass by. Yet in the deep and the dark, preparation is underway. Roots press downward before shoots reach upward. Growth begins where no human eye is watching. So it is with you. There are seasons that feel silent, even lonely, when you wonder if I have forgotten or left you. But in those quiet chambers of your life, I am nurturing your resilience and character, tending things in secret long before you or others can see the harvest. Trust this process, even when you long for signs and quick answers. The most enduring strength often grows in times that seem slow to you, but to me are full of the richest work. Be patient with yourself and with me. Surrender the urge to measure progress by what can be tallied or praised. I see what is hidden, and I am not impatient. Your value is not found in your performance, your reputation, or the opinions that swirl around you. I established your worth before you achieved a single thing. I called you mine before you stood or stumbled, before you spoke or remained silent. I desire intimacy with you, not because I need anything from you, but because I delight in the very essence of who you are. When fear says you must hide or strive, listen instead for my assuring voice that welcomes you without pretense. If you fall, I do not push you away. If you rise, I rejoice with you, never burdening your joy with the expectation of perfection. I invite you to rest in the assurance that you are completely seen, completely loved, and never out of reach. Discouragement may creep in like fog, making you question whether you are where you should be or if your labor matters. But I promise you, nothing offered to me in faith is wasted. Even the smallest acts of kindness, the quiet moments of turning your heart toward me, are noticed. The world values outcomes and grand gestures, but I see the humility and authenticity behind the action. When you choose compassion over cynicism, forgiveness over bitterness, you are participating in my redemption, joining your story to the ongoing renewal of all things. Every gentle word, every act of integrity, every refusal to give in to despair builds a life of substance that reflects my heart. There will be moments when the voices around you suggest you are too much or not enough, that you must earn your place. Let me be the one to remind you that you belong, not because you have proven yourself, but because I have called you by name. Your belonging is not fragile. It is not subject to the shifting sands of public opinion or private insecurity. I established it in the beginning when I imagined you. I declared your value, and time has not diminished my intention for you. Walk with your head lifted, not in arrogance, but in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are cherished. If you have wandered, if doubt or struggle has led you down unfamiliar roads, know that I have not turned away. I am patient with your questions. I am not threatened by your uncertainty. Bring to me what confuses or even frustrates you. I receive these as invitations to draw you nearer, not reasons to banish you. I am the shepherd who searches for every lost sheep, not content until each is safe. When you carry secret grief or old disappointments, let me in. My comfort is not a distant promise. It is a lived reality for those who dare to trust me in their darkness as well as their delight. Hope, real and sturdy, is found not in wishful thinking, but in knowing me closely. I know the landscape of your soul, the valleys and peaks, the rocky ground and the soft places of trust. I am faithful to walk with you through every terrain, never weary, never overwhelmed. If you cannot see the way forward, hold on to me. When effort feels hollow or prayers go unanswered, remember that I cherish every word spoken honestly from your heart, and I am moving for your good, even in ways you do not yet perceive. Pause now and listen for my presence, gentle as a whisper, steady as the dawn. Breathe in my affection for you, not as a reward for righteousness, but as a gift, constant and unwavering. Let anxiety find no home in you. Let self-condemnation lose its voice. Stand quiet and aware, trusting my care as you face today's uncertainties. I am not waiting at the finish line. I am present with you now, in this very breath, ready to inhabit every moment you invite me into. As you notice my nearness, let courage rise within you, not because all is simple, but because you are not alone. You are beginning to realize that the journey I have invited you on is not like the paths you have tried to walk before. You may have stepped carefully in the past, calculating each move and guarding your heart from disappointment. But now I am teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight or metrics you can easily measure. Faith is a trust that runs deeper than understanding. It is a courageous decision to rest in who I am, despite what surrounds you. I whisper this reassurance to you because I know your doubts, your anxieties that flutter beneath the surface. You crave certainty, and I see the frustration that rises when you cannot see the outcome. Let me carry the weight of the unknown for you. I am not distant from what concerns you. Every secret hope, every private fear, every silent question. Your vulnerability is not a flaw. It is the doorway for my strength to enter. As you choose me in the midst of uncertainty, I will make my presence unmistakable. Sometimes you look for me in grand gestures, wishing for signs and wonders. But I often meet you in quiet moments, unobserved by others. A gentle conviction, a sense of comfort, a peace that you cannot explain. I remind you that the invisible work I am doing inside you matters more than what the world can see. The outward signs will surely come in their time, but my longing is to shape your heart first, teaching you a steadfastness and surrender that cannot be shaken by circumstance. Each day invites a fresh surrender, not practiced as a routine, but filled with true intention. Sometimes you wake with heaviness, and the prospect of facing one more challenge feels overwhelming. In those moments, I invite you to pause and let your heart settle in mine, even for a brief moment before the world's noise rises again. I do not scold you for feeling worn or weak. I created you with the capacity for both strength and dependence. Let your honesty with me become your greatest practice. Pour out your heart, even when the words are tangled and incomplete. I hold every syllable, every unspoken sigh. When your burdens feel unique, remember I have loved many before you, and I treasure you no less. I am not weary of your need. In fact, your need draws me nearer, not farther away. As you learn to rest in this truth, burdens that once seemed impossible begin to lighten under my care. I lift you from beneath, not just pushing you forward, but carrying you when your feet falter. There will be temptations to turn away, to solve things in your own strength, or to numb your discomfort through fleeting distractions. I watch these moments not with disappointment, but with unwavering compassion. My heart breaks for every time you choose a lesser comfort, not out of anger, but because I long for you to experience the greater joy that only my love can bring. Don't let shame hold you captive. Instead, return to me again and again, knowing my arms are open the same every time. Growth with me is not measured by the absence of struggle, but by the increasing speed with which you turn back to me. Let resilience be defined not by perfection, but by a persistent, humble return to my presence. In these patterns of return, you are changing in ways you cannot always perceive. I see the moments when loneliness wraps around you, and you wonder if anyone truly understands the depth of your struggles. Hear my assurance now. You are fully known, wholly seen, and deeply cherished. I dwell with you not only in your triumphs, but in your mundane routines, your overlooked efforts, and your private tears. I collect every tear as a precious testimony to your faithfulness. You matter not because of what you accomplish, but because you are mine. Let these words sink deep into the places where you question your worth. I am pleased with you even as you are growing. Each attempt at faith, each small act of trust is precious to me. Don't despise the days of small beginnings. Seeds sown in quiet places yield harvests you cannot measure now. Some days will reveal hidden fears that have shaped you for years. Wounds from betrayal, disappointment, or loss. I am not hurried by your process or frustrated by your doubts. Instead, I draw near to bind your wounds and to replace fear with courage. You will feel me quietly shaping your perspective, teaching you to see your life and others through my eyes. Forgiveness might seem impossible, even unreasonable, but I assure you, I give you the strength to release others and yourself. My mercy toward you is endless. Let it flow out toward those who have hurt you. Release the tight grip you keep on old pain, not because it was insignificant, but because I want more for you. Wholeness, not just survival. Let me show you how to dream again without the shadow of cynicism. There are beautiful things ahead that you cannot plan or imagine, surprises crafted specifically for your heart. Sometimes your dreams will seem buried under the reality of daily life, but I have not forgotten a single hope. Protect your heart from comparison. Your journey will look different than those around you, because I have written a unique story for you. Find rest in knowing that what I have for you is perfectly matched to both your capacity and your calling. True satisfaction is found not in achieving what you think you want, but in discovering what I know to be best for you. I know there are moments when your faith feels fragile, as if even a small disappointment could topple what you are trying so hard to believe. I meet your fragile faith with gentleness. Even a spark of willingness is precious. I can grow it into a flame that cannot be extinguished. Don't measure your spiritual progress by emotions alone. I am working in depths you cannot always perceive. Your consistency in coming to me, choosing me again in small decisions, is building a foundation that cannot be moved. You may not see daily evidence, but you are being transformed. With each step, I am increasing your resilience, growing patience and hope where despair once tried to take root. Your failures and struggles do not disqualify you. They are often the very things that bring you closer to me. When you feel unworthy, remember that I do not love as the world does. My love is not transactional, nor is it diminished by your weakness. I delight in showing you new mercies every morning. Each day I rewrite your story with grace, inviting you to walk forward without the weight of yesterday's regrets. I ask you gently to let go of what you cannot fix and offer it to me. There is freedom in relinquishing control, in trusting that I can redeem even what feels wasted. Remain patient with yourself as I am patient with you. Growth often happens slowly, almost imperceptibly, like a tree growing quietly at the edge of a field. One day you will look back and see how strong you have become, how deeply your roots have gone down into my love. All along, I have been cultivating these changes, protecting what is tender, celebrating even the smallest victories with you. Let your confidence rest not in your own ability to stay faithful, but in my unwavering faithfulness to carry you through. When anxiety comes in waves, threatening to steal your peace, learn to turn toward me, not away. In those moments of turmoil, I offer myself as your anchor and your refuge. Breathe deeply. Remember that I am near, and let my peace preside over your thoughts. I am not asking you to deny your emotions, but to bring them to me, allowing my presence to transform fear into courage and restlessness into hope. You will find over time that my peace is not circumstantial. It remains even when the world is noisy and uncertain. This daily living relationship is what sustains you. I offer not just solutions to your problems, but myself. My very presence is your comfort, your guide, and your greatest joy. No detail of your life is too small or insignificant for my attention. Bring everything to me, your victories, your sorrows, your confusion, your longings. Together, we will walk through whatever comes, and you will discover again and again that you are never alone. Sometimes you may carry burdens that seem to have no end, fears that nestle deep within your spirit, and darkness that threatens your hope. I see, hear, and understand all that weighs down your weary heart. Don't attempt to hide from me. Don't clothe yourself in busyness or distractions to evade your sadness. Bring this vulnerable, authentic self before me. I have not asked you to be strong on your own. What I desire is a closeness where you recognize my embrace is all sufficient, where your tears are safe in my presence, and where your doubts can be unraveled gently by my hands. You were never meant to journey alone across the valleys or climb every steep mountain through your own effort. Look again at each obstacle, long-standing habits, wounds that bleed quietly, dreams that seem delayed, and place them into my hands. In my love, the hardest stones can become treasures. The driest deserts reveal hidden springs. Your pain, even that you cannot name, matters deeply to me. I am attentive to the subtle cries hidden behind your smile, and each day I seek to soothe the aches that arise before words ever form in your thoughts. As you rest in my love, you'll notice I am attentive to every detail. The thoughts that race as you lay awake at night, the tension behind your laughter, the hope you dare not speak aloud. Nothing escapes my gaze or care. Remember, through history, I have moved quietly in ways almost impossible to perceive, sprouting hope where despair bloomed, restoring what others deemed lost forever. I have woven beauty out of suffering since time began. Let your heart trust that you are not the exception to my goodness or care. Allow yourself to lean wholly into me right now. Release your tendency to measure your life by the standards surrounding you or the status others seem to achieve. My ways defy comparison and competition. The story I am writing with you is uniquely precious, filled with turns and colors meant only for you. Accept this invitation to peace, an inward stillness that grows not from flawless circumstances, but from my presence anchoring you amid every wave. It will take time to learn this deep rest, for your world often runs on urgency, but I am patient and persistent in teaching your soul to be settled. When you falter or lose sight of me, do not withdraw. My arms remain open. I do not withdraw my affection when you struggle. My love knows no conditions or expiration date. Each time you turn toward me, no matter how faltering, you find me already present and waiting. There are times when you will look at others and imagine they hold the peace or purpose you desperately need. You may sense a lack in yourself, believing you must perform, produce, or impress to be worthy of my affection. This is a lie woven through generations, and I long to set you free from it. You don't need to accomplish one more thing to be loved, nor hide one weakness to gain my notice. Pause with me now and sense how precious you are in this very moment before any improvement or outward change. I created you not as an assembly of flaws to fix, but as an image bearer, radiant with potential and beloved simply for being mine. The world assigns value based on visible achievement, but I celebrate who you become when you allow my spirit to shape you from within. My delight is not found in your perfection, but in your willingness to draw near as you are and partner with me for your transformation. Every desire within you to heal and grow is a spark of my own heart beating within yours. When you stumble, my hand is always extended, never to reprimand in shame, but to lift you up and walk beside you again. When shame whispers that you have failed too many times, listen instead for my voice, the only voice that leads you into freedom, not fear. Stay close to me in these moments. Let our relationship become your place of safety, not isolation. You are never defined by your past. No matter how heavy those memories feel in the quiet, I bring redemption to all things surrendered, and even now I am setting new beginnings into motion for you. Trust in my timing, even when it clashes with your hopes or the world's schedules. Know that within my love, every longing of your spirit is met and understood. There is no ache, loss, or hunger I do not tend. I invite you to pour out your truest prayers, those that come from deep within and those difficult to articulate. I receive even your wordless sighs, turning them into hope. When you fear your requests are too small, remember that my care is intimate and unceasing. Nothing you bring is unworthy of my attention. Every detail of your day matters to me. When you feel unseen or unheard by others, recall these words: I have fully seen you, known you, and chosen you. Let go of striving for love that must be earned. Let go of the fear that your weaknesses make you disqualified. My favor is not something won, but something given. Wounds from the past may have distorted how you perceive love and security. I am in the work of restoring those broken pieces, gently untangling each knot until your heart trusts again. I am not like those who hurt or abandoned you. My promises are anchored deeper than your wounds, and I am endlessly reliable. Just as a shepherd carries the lamb unable to walk, I carry you through seasons where your energy is gone and you have no answers left. Even when you cannot sense my closeness, I remain present and involved, orchestrating healing and hope beyond what is visible now. Each time you open your heart, even if just for a moment, I draw closer. Don't measure our connection by the intensity of your feelings, but by the faithfulness of my character. My care is not dependent on your mood or performance. I rejoice in the simple desire to seek me, even on days when doubt clouds your mind. In this quiet surrender, I plant new seeds: patience for the waiting, strength for the journey, joy that is not shaken by circumstance. When you dare to trust me with each part of your story, I weave those strands into a tapestry marked by grace, beauty, and redemption. Continue to meet me in the stillness as you journey forward. Release the need to control outcomes or hurry your healing. Let each moment spent in my presence restore what worry and striving have stolen. The pace of your progress does not measure your worth or the depth of my commitment to you. I cherish every honest conversation, every question, and every moment you present your heart just as it is. You are never too much or not enough for me. I am here as your safe haven, your constant companion, and the one who calls you beloved through every season. There is a place deep within you that yearns to be known, to be seen, to be embraced in all its vulnerability and hope. As I look upon you, I see the vast landscapes of your soul, a terrain marked by mountain peaks of joy, winding rivers of longing, and valleys carved by seasons of pain. Every sorrow and every spark of delight matters to me. You are not invisible to me, nor is your struggle lost in the noise of the world. I gather your tears tenderly, saving each one as evidence of your journey, honoring them as the living language of your heart. I desire not only to witness your pain, but to draw near to it, entering it with you until it is transformed by my presence. Sometimes you may feel that your efforts are small, your faith limited, or your love imperfect. Yet it is in your honest offering, however slight, however trembling, that I work the greatest wonders. When you bring me your smallest acts of faithfulness, I multiply what you give and sow it like seeds into the soil of eternity. Don't despise the days of quiet persistence or the moments when your courage wavers. Each gentle step, each whispered prayer, each hidden kindness builds a foundation of trust between us. Brick by living brick, I am weaving you into a larger story, one whose ending is woven with threads of hope, stronger than despair, and light more persistent than darkness. You do not live in isolation. Your choices, your willingness to forgive or to persevere, echo across generations in ways you cannot fully see. Let your heart be both gentle with its own failings and bold in its pursuit of love. When shame rises up to accuse you, remember that my gaze is never harsh. My eyes search you with compassionate understanding, calling you not to hide, but to come closer. Permit me to lift the burdens you have carried for so long. Allow me to unbind the wounds you conceal and breathe new life into the places you believed ruined. I am endlessly patient with your process. At times, healing comes softly like dawn that quietly erases the night. At other times, it rises suddenly, a flood of light breaking through walls that seemed unmovable. Either way, trust that my hand is steady and my love is never withdrawn. When voices around you, whether those of others or of your own doubts, insist that you are not enough, I speak a louder truth. You are chosen, beloved, and wholly welcomed by me. I don't compare you to anyone else. I delight in the unique rhythms of your heart, the rare treasures of your thoughts. The world might teach you to build your worth on performance, approval, or relentless striving, but I call you into a different freedom. I call you into belonging. You don't need to earn my delight. It is my gift to you, poured out over your life like rain upon thirsty fields. As you open yourself to this love, you will find the courage to love others more deeply, more freely, letting my compassion flow through you to heal and to restore. In the hardships you face, I am your steadying hand. When confusion clouds your mind or the future seems uncertain, listen for my quiet invitation to rest. I am not daunted by your questions, nor weary of your searching. Come to me with your curiosity, your unrest, your longing for things yet unseen. I welcome your honest doubts as steps on the pathway of relationship. I am not a distant God demanding blind allegiance, but your very present Father inviting closeness. Stay near to my heart. Remain attentive to my whispers, and I will give you clarity in time. You are not foolish for wanting more connection, more meaning, more of me. I planted that longing within you, so you would seek and find that the fulfillment you desire is ultimately found in me. When weariness settles over your spirit, know that you are not asked to bear the weight of your days alone. Lean into me. Let me carry not just your burdens, but you yourself. Rest is not merely a pause from labor. It is a living trust, the willingness to surrender your striving into my hands. In that place of surrender, I renew your strength, fortify your hope, and whisper peace into your anxieties. Even as the world rushes around you, I create quiet spaces where you can breathe deeply and rediscover your sacred worth. Take time to find those moments, whether in the hush before dawn, in the laughter of a friend, or in the steady comfort of my nearness. These are my gifts, anchors for your soul amid every storm. Let hope rise within you, not as wishful thinking, but as a steady flame ignited by the certainty of my goodness. I see the end from the beginning. The circumstances that now bewilder or discourage you are not the closing chapter. I am writing a story of redemption, one where nothing is wasted, and every trial is redeemed with purpose beyond your imagining. Sometimes my answers look different than you expected, but never doubt that I am present, working even in silence, weaving beauty from the threads of your waiting. Hold fast to the assurance that you are never forfeited, never forgotten, never outside my capacity to restore. Let your heart be soft toward yourself, extending the same forgiveness I offer you to those places you find unholy within. As I have loved you in your weakness, love yourself with holy gentleness. Release the harsh judgments you place on your own imperfections and see yourself through eyes washed clean by grace. Your failures do not define you. To me, I see you as whole, as radiant with potential, as profoundly precious. Let that truth seep into every weary corner of your being, guiding you forward in hope, humility, and quiet courage. Be patient with your unfolding. I am. There will be times your path is shadowed, your spirit battered by storms you did not choose. In these moments, remember that you are anchored not by the certainty of circumstances, but by the unmovable strength of my promises. Hold on to me as I have always held on to you. Press on, not because you have all the answers, but because you know the one who goes before you, who walks beside you, who carries you when you are faint. Your story is interwoven with mine, and together we journey toward a glorious restoration beyond the grasp of fear or defeat. So lift your eyes and trust that even in weakness, you are infinitely loved. You have learned through our walk together how storms may shape and sometimes shake your world. Yet I desire for you to recognize the undertones of my faithfulness in every trial. When you look at your life and feel that the winds have left you vulnerable, do not mistake your exposure for abandonment. I am near, attentive, and my arms are wider than the damage you perceive. The places you think are barren are soil I am softening for new growth. Where you sense silence, I am ushering in a stillness meant to nurture your roots, not starve your hope. I see when you are restless, when you feel the ache of prayers unanswered, and in those moments I am closer than your own breath, inviting you to deepen your trust, not in outcomes, but in me. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are the beloved of the one who reigns above every season. My vision for you is so much greater than the limitations you have placed upon yourself. Even in your struggle to believe, I continue to move on your behalf, sometimes shifting circumstances, sometimes shifting your perspective. Every layer of your heart matters to me. I do not tire of your questions, nor am I wearied by your returning doubts. Instead, I invite you to lay them before me as an offering of vulnerability. When you yield your uncertainties, you make space for the treasures of my wisdom to meet you. I am not the author of confusion, but of peace that settles like a gentle dusk, softening the harshest corners of your mind. Take comfort, too, in knowing that you are no accident. Your life is precious, intentional, and music to my ears. There is no wasted experience, no lost year, no broken relationship that I cannot redeem or reincorporate into the story I am writing with you. Even your regrets hold the invitation for my mercy to shine. When you revisit memories that sting, I am offering to tend those wounds, not with quick fixes, but with patient, transforming love. I understand what your heart carries. Nothing is hidden from my gaze. Yet I see you not through the lens of failure, but through the promise of what I am continually shaping in you. Let us dwell also on the mystery of forgiveness, not only as a concept, but as a living river that flows directly from my heart to yours. I do not measure you by the sum of your past mistakes. Rather, I beckon you to access the freedom I have always intended for you. Set down the burdens of bitterness, both toward yourself and others, and let me teach you what it means to walk unburdened. Some chains are heavy because you have grown used to their weight, mistaking them for parts of yourself. But I have come to unfasten what was never meant to bind you. The process is not always immediate. It unfolds like dawn, steady and sure. Will you trust me to lead you out of the shadows, one step at a time? Even when trust feels impossible and your faith seems smaller than you hoped, do not despise these humble beginnings. I delight in the smallest spark of willingness, and when you bring even your feeble faith to me, I am able to grow it beyond what you imagine. You long for certainty, yet I call you into relationship, an ongoing, living communion where questions are welcomed and every doubt can serve as a doorway into a deeper knowledge of my heart. You may feel that you must have all things settled before you can approach me, but I invite you as you are, incomplete and questioning, because I love the authentic person behind all the posturing. Let go, then, of the compulsion to compare your journey with those around you. My work in your life is beautifully individual, woven with threads only I can see. The particular valley you walk through now is not evidence of favoritism toward others, but evidence of my commitment to bring forth my glory through your unique story. When you see others rejoice, do not shrink in envy. Celebrate alongside them, knowing that my storehouse of blessings is inexhaustible. When you watch others mourn, allow your heart to break with theirs. For in this sharing, you will know the depths of my compassion. You are part of a tapestry, a vast communion of souls who each bear my image, and your chapter is essential for the fullness of the whole. Let me also remind you that your voice matters, not only when it is strong, but also when it trembles. I hear every word you speak to me, and even the unformed thoughts that never find their way to your lips. There is great power in naming your fears and desires before me. In this confession, you invite my light into the hidden places. The enemy would tempt you to silence, persuading you that your need is a bother, your pain an inconvenience. But I am the shepherd who leaves the many to seek the one who is in distress. It brings me joy to attend to your cries, to wrap you anew in my relentless love. You fear sometimes that you will never change, that the old patterns and relentless temptations are too strong for even me to break. But hear this, I am not intimidated by your weakness. My strength is made perfect in places where yours fails. Each time you find yourself failing and turning to me again, you glorify my patience and my power to restore. There are victories in you I am cultivating that you cannot yet see. Seeds planted in tears will someday yield fruit in laughter. Never underestimate what my spirit is preparing within your surrendered moments. Growing in faith, my beloved, does not mean an absence of struggle, but a willingness to return to me again and again, believing that my love truly has no limit. Let disappointment become a bridge, not a barrier. Let your hunger for more lead you deeper, not away. Where others may take advantage of you or misunderstand your motives, I vindicate you with my truth and uphold you with grace. I promise you nothing invested in love is ever wasted, and I keep careful account of every sacrifice you make for my sake. You can rest in the assurance that I am both just and merciful, weaving your acts of faithfulness into a legacy that will endure beyond your own years. My invitation for you today is simple. Stay near. Open yourself to my gaze and allow my delight in you to quiet your striving. I am not finished with the work I have begun, and my vision for your life is radiant with hope. In the unlikeliest places, I am orchestrating new beginnings, and the story unfolding is more beautiful than you dare believe. There is a time to press in with courage, even when the world's noise feels overwhelming, and your heart weighs heavy beneath burdens you cannot always name. Trust that I see the trembling of your soul. Trust that I understand every silent question, every sigh of confusion, each whispered plea you make when darkness threatens to claim your hope. I am here, steady and unwavering, even as storms gather. Bring your doubts to me. Don't be afraid to hold them up to my light. I am not threatened by your struggle. My love is never diminished by your questions, and my patience endures long past the limits you set for yourself. If you find yourself doubting, remember that faith was never about never questioning, but about choosing to seek me through it all. When you wander and worry, let it become a conversation with me. Speak your heart candidly, and I will meet you in the silence between your thoughts. Let every fear become a reason to run toward me rather than away. Let every weakness you feel become an opening for my grace to enter. I desire you not as a vessel of perfection, but as a living, breathing soul with whom I long to walk, imperfect, yearning, real. Let me see the entirety of your story. Your seasons of pain, the disappointments, and even your sense of inadequacy. None are wasted in my hands. Surrender your need to hide and instead open your life wide, for nothing in you could ever surprise or repel me. In your weakness I am strong, and in your lack I delight to be enough. My power shines brightest when you give up trying to prove your worth on your own. Hold fast to the knowledge that I do not measure you as the world does. Where others see outcomes, I look at your persistence. Where people celebrate arrival, I celebrate each faltering step made in trust. The world may judge by the loudness of your victory, but I notice the quietness of your surrender. Each day that you choose hope instead of despair, forgiveness instead of bitterness, gentleness in place of anger, you are revealing my heart to the world. Never assume the smallest act of faith goes unseen. When you lift your eyes from your failures and turn them to me, you are offering me your trust, and nothing is more precious. I know how easily condemnation whispers its lies, making you believe you are forever marked by your worst moments. Listen to my voice above all others. I have called you beloved, and that word is not revoked when you falter. You may stumble in old habits or find yourself repeating mistakes, but my invitation remains. Rise, walk with me, and learn again the rhythm of my grace. When you feel weary, let yourself lean on me. I am not a distant taskmaster, but a loving shepherd who tends gently, who binds up wounds and leads tenderly, who never leaves even one sheep to face the night alone. If you feel lost, recall that I am the one who goes searching until you are safe in my arms. Rest, too, in the quiet assurance that your life is not driven by urgency or defined by your ability to keep up with others. In a culture that idolizes speed and constant achievement, I urge you to receive my gift of rest. Carve out space to breathe. Lay aside the pressure to outperform or the feeling that you must earn love by your endless doing. Pause often in my presence and allow yourself to be loved, not for what you accomplish, but for the soul I shaped and called good. Even as you work or serve, remember that I never abandon you to go it alone. My spirit is your sustaining breath. I invite you to co-labor, not to exhaust yourself, but to discover joy in what we build together. If your journey feels filled with closed doors and disappointment, dare to believe that I am still weaving purpose from what you cannot yet see. Every turn that seems a loss, every delay that frustrates your heart, may be revealing a kindness or protection that will only make sense from a distance. My wisdom is a tapestry beyond your current understanding, its threads pulled by my loving hand until they form a beauty that time alone reveals. I ask you to trust me, not because you see the final design, but because you know my heart for you is always good. Let hope root itself deep where fear once grew, trusting that in time you will see what faith alone knows. I turn ashes into beauty, mourning into joy. Continue nurturing a spirit of gratitude, even when gratitude feels unnatural. Choose to recall even the smallest gifts, the kindness of a stranger, the comfort of a familiar song, the warmth found in quiet moments. These are not random. They are reminders of my ongoing care for you. Every breath you take is a testimony to my choosing you, to my sustaining you. When your own strength falters, learn the secret of joy in every season by noticing my presence in the ordinary. I plant treasures for you to discover each day, and in finding them, you will learn to see the world with new eyes, eyes tuned to my goodness, even in a difficult world. I long for you to understand that you are never alone in the struggles you face. Every trial carries within it the seed of transformation. I walk with you through the hardest nights and celebrate your smallest victories. When you are anxious, remember that I have promised not to remove every storm, but to hold you steady in its midst. My peace is not the absence of trouble, but the assurance that trouble does not have the final word. Lean into me in moments of uncertainty. When you feel tempted to despair, remember that hope is an anchor I have fastened deep within your soul. As you grow in me, do not fear the refining fire. The challenges you endure do not destroy you. They reveal the strength I am forming within. Gold must be purified to shine, and diamonds shaped through pressure. I will use even your struggles to reveal my glory through you. You will emerge more radiant, your faith more resilient, your heart more compassionate toward others in need. What feels unbearable today is not your end. Together we will rebuild and renew. Nothing wasted, everything transformed by love. Let these truths become the melody of your heart. Approach each day knowing that my mercies are new, my guidance sure, my hand ever outstretched to you, longing to lead you from anxiety into assurance, from striving into rest, from isolation into the warmth of my embrace. Let your soul drink deeply of this. You are loved, you are chosen, you are cherished by me above all else. You have heard my voice in quiet moments, and you have known times when my nearness seemed clouded by fear or disappointment. In every trial, I have walked beside you, never withdrawing my care, never ceasing to send whispers of encouragement into your challenges. Even when questions echoed unanswered in your heart, I remained present, weaving purpose into the fabric of your days. I know how long you have waited for certain prayers, how you have leaned forward in hope only to feel the weight of delay. Trust that nothing escapes my notice, and the time I shape for you is a perfect expression of my wisdom. Let me teach you to rest in my timing, to set aside anxiety about tomorrow, and simply to remain with me in the unfolding present. Each breath you draw is a gift of my sustaining love, a reminder that you are treasured more deeply than you understand. When you remember my past faithfulness, recall also that I never change. The same compassion that moved my heart yesterday is at work for you now, even in ways you cannot yet see. There are seasons when you ache for visible progress, longing to see the fruit of your labor, and the fulfillment of your hope. When answers seem far off, do not interpret my silence as absence or indifference. I am nurturing hidden seeds below the surface, working intricately where your eyes cannot yet reach. In your waiting and your striving, let gratitude be your companion. Thankfulness opens your perception, helping you see the beauty and provision I scatter along your path, even when the harvest seems distant. Receive each day as an opportunity to notice my handiwork through the laughter of a loved one, the kindness of a stranger, or the simple peace that slips quietly into your heart. I delight in surprising you. Stay watchful and expectant, for I am creative in how I bless my beloved. Allow me to gently adjust your perspective when discouragement wants to settle in your soul. The journey I shepherd you through is a masterpiece, composed of both mountain peaks and humble valleys. The places where you feel least seen are often the settings where my grace works most powerfully, transforming small acts of faithfulness into sources of life and hope. I see every quiet sacrifice, every unseen act of love, every moment when you choose fidelity over convenience. Nothing you offer is wasted. Every surrender becomes a seed I water with promise. Trust me to magnify your efforts in ways the world may not notice, but I celebrate with joyful affection. Let your heart remain soft even after repeated wounds or betrayal. I am the healer of all pain, capable of renewing joy where sorrow seems to linger. Do not close yourself off to the gift of new beginnings, for in me every ending births unexpected possibilities. I will not let bitterness tighten its grip on you if you bring your hurts into my light. Permit me to carry your burdens, resentment, regret, the weight of what never was. Release these to me, not to minimize what you have endured, but to lighten your soul so you experience the liberty I long for you to taste. Forgiveness is not forgetting, but trusting me to redeem what you cannot repair. I promise to mend and restore what you surrender. When temptation drifts into your life, whether it is fear, pride, jealousy, or despair, do not struggle alone. I am your strong tower, the one who runs to your side before you even call. In moments when you are weak, remember my strength is made perfect precisely there. Invite me into your wrestling. I am never shocked by your humanity, nor distant from your struggle. Instead of shame, let honesty draw you closer. The cure for every misstep is not hiding, but returning to the safety of my presence, where mercy flows and courage is renewed. I rejoice in your return, and my arms remain open, welcoming you again and again without reluctance or limit. You may fear disappointment or wonder whether hope only opens the door to hurt. My promise to you stands unchanged. I am the steadfast one, incapable of abandoning those who look to me. Do not measure my love by the speed of my answers. Measure it by the cross, where I already gave everything for you. If you could see with my eyes, you would understand the immeasurable worth you carry and the endless creativity I invest in guiding your story. You matter to me more than you have ever dared to imagine. Your laughter, tears, questions, and dreams, all are precious to me. Let that assurance give you courage to risk believing again and to build your life upon trust instead of self-protection. When the world presses you with countless pressures, expectations, criticisms, and comparisons, let my voice be the one that grounds you in truth. My delight is not based on your perfection, but on your willingness to keep bringing your heart to me. When you stumble, I do not withdraw. I reach for you, longing to help you rise. Every chapter of your journey, even those marked by failure or confusion, are tenderly held in my memory and redeemed by my compassion. You are growing, even if it seems slow to you. What I have begun in you, I am faithful to complete. Keep pursuing genuine connection with others, as I have designed you for belonging. Resist the urge to isolate when pain or shame tempts you to withdraw. I heal and strengthen you through community, the gentle touch and encouragement of those I bring alongside you. Let go of pride or fear that keeps you from opening up. Vulnerability is not weakness, but a testimony of faith in me and trust in my people. Where relationships have disappointed you, trust me to provide safe places and loyal friends at just the right time. Above all, let your spirit return often to the simplicity of being loved by me. You are not required to earn my affection, nor to manufacture a spiritual experience. I grant peace and assurance freely, inviting you to rest in my embrace. When you quiet your soul in my presence, I bring clarity to your confusion, rest to your worries, and hope to your deepest longings. Receive my affection today, not as a distant idea, but as a living reality that meets you right where you are. You have traveled a long way with me through this unfolding word, and yet there is always more. As you read, you may sense in the quiet places of your soul that I am drawing closer still. My presence encircles you, not because you have completed a set of steps or earned my favor, but because you are precious to me, and I delight in walking with you. The journey we share is intimate, unique, and full of my grace, because I alone know the desires that are hidden deep within you. I have overheard every silent longing, each unspoken pain, and I have counted every moment you doubted whether you truly belong with me. Let your heart rest in this truth. My love is not fragile, nor is it a fleeting emotion. I have set my heart upon you with eternal resolve and an unshakable promise. There is nothing you have done, nor anything you fear you might do, that can separate you from the embrace I offer right now. Let your spirit breathe easy in my presence, because here you are fully known and fully accepted. If there remains any voice that whispers you are unworthy or that you must hide from me, let that voice be silenced by the assurance I whisper in its place. You are mine, not by accident, but by a deep purpose that I myself have fashioned. I formed your life with a holy intention, weaving together every thread so that you would never have to journey alone. I see the places where you strive, the ways you worry if you have done enough, if you are enough. Lay those burdens down with me. The measure of who you are is not weighed on the scales of your mistakes or by comparing yourself to others. I call you beloved, and that identity is the truest thing about you. In this closeness, let me remind you that grace is not given to those who have reached perfection, but to those who receive it with open hands. Allow my mercy to mend the places you still hold in shame or regret. There is no part of your story I cannot redeem. I am the God who crafts beauty from ashes, who draws life from what seemed lost, who restores what was broken beyond hope. Trust me with your fears. Surrender the anxieties you have carried for so long and release the dreams you have hidden away in disappointment. I can breathe new life into every place where darkness threatened to define you. Do not believe the lie that you are alone in your struggles. When you are uncertain, weak, or afraid, I am your refuge and strength. My arms are never too short to reach for you, and my heart is never too hardened to receive you. Come closer. I wait at the door, patient and persistent, longing to share with you the peace that will not falter and the joy that springs from hope renewed. If you hesitate, thinking you must come to me with words perfectly arranged or faults fully repaired, know instead that all I require is your honest heart, exactly as it is. I delight to receive you in your vulnerability. The days ahead will carry their own trials and uncertainties. There will be storms, and at times you might feel battered by winds you cannot control. In those moments, recall that your foundation is not built on your own strength, but on my steadfastness. Let my promises be the anchor of your soul, the place to which you return when the world's noise grows loud. Rest in the assurance that you are never out of reach of my help, nor beyond the comfort of my embrace. I have already gone before you, making a way through what seems impassable, preparing blessings you have not yet imagined. If your heart is weary, if hope feels thin, receive now the renewal I offer. Let my words be like a gentle rain, softening soil that has grown hard, so that seeds of faith and courage can take root and flourish. I have called you to more than mere endurance. I have created you for joy, for purpose, and for deep belonging. You matter to me not because of anything you can perform or produce, but because you are my precious creation. Take time to listen, to be still, and to let my love quiet the turmoil within you. I am not finished with you. Your story is still unfolding beneath my hand. As you rise from this place of devotion, do not leave behind my presence. Carry it into every moment that is to come. Look for me in the gentle kindness of a stranger, in the quiet beauty of the world around you, in the whispers of hope that surface when despair tries to settle. Know that every day I offer fresh mercy and new beginnings. There is always a way forward, and I myself will walk beside you on that path. Let your trust grow firm, not because every detail is certain, but because the one who holds your future cannot fail. Hold close the hope I have authored within you. Allow my light to guide your steps as you become a source of hope for those around you. There are lives waiting to be touched by the compassion I have stirred in your heart. There are burdens waiting to be lifted by the kindness you have received from me. As you pour out the love I have poured into you, watch as it multiplies, affecting hearts and transforming lives. With every act of mercy, you bring a glimpse of my kingdom near. Let gratitude rise within you, for it will multiply your peace and remind you of my faithfulness through every season. Hold nothing back from me. There is nothing too small for my attention, nor too tangled for my redemption. Lay every care, every joy, every fear before me, and allow me to carry what you were never meant to bear alone. The hope I offer does not depend on changing circumstances, but on my unchanging nature. Trust that my goodness will meet you again and again. You are never forsaken. You were not brought here by accident. If this word stirred your spirit, seal it with a simple "I receive" in the comments. Share one line of your prayer below so we can pray over it by name. Save this video so you can replay it when doubt is loud. If you felt seen today, someone you love needs this too, so share it now. Subscribe to join a community that refuses to walk alone. Tap the bell so you never miss your next timely word. Come back tomorrow for a fresh message spoken over your life. Watch the next video in the description to keep this peace flowing. Type Amen if you're ready to walk in what God just spoke. Drop a heart emoji if you're choosing hope over fear today. Give this a like so this prayer reaches more weary hearts. Tell us one thing you're grateful for to multiply your faith. Return daily and let these words rebuild your courage brick by brick. Your story is still being written, and we will read the next page together. I bless you with clarity, courage, and calm as you go. I'll meet you in the next video. Amen.